Russian Federation, you have the floor, please.
Distinguished co-chairs, we welcome the convening of today's meeting of the Working Group to consider issues related to the role and authority of the General Assembly. Improving the work of the General Assembly is an integral part of the comprehensive reform of the UN. The Russian position remains unchanged on this issue. We support the further refinement of the methods of work of the General Assembly and are in favor of reasonable and realistic proposals aimed at increasing its authority and efficiency. Moreover, we believe that any changes should be consensus-based and should be in strict compliance with the distribution of authorities among the main UN bodies as enshrined in the Charter. The process of revitalization should not imply redistribution to the UA authorities of other Charter bodies, including the Security Council. Therefore, we have consistently insisted and will continue to insist upon the need to unswervingly apply the relevant provisions of the Charter on the main responsibility of the Security Council for the maintenance of international peace and security. We would like to recall that the General Assembly, in accordance with Article 12 of the UN Charter, shall not make any recommendation with regard to issues being dealt with by the Security Council. Unfortunately, in the practice of the General Assembly, there are examples of it clearly overstepping its Charter mandate. For example, we're talking here about the creation of the so-called mechanism to assist in the investigation in Syria. This action, as the adoption by the General Assembly in 2016 of the relevant resolution, contradicts the UN Charter, its Articles 10, 11, 12, and 22, and violate the principles of the division of work among the main UN bodies. We are categorically opposed to the increasingly popular use of the Forum of the General Assembly for sensational PR stunts aimed at demonizing and provoking certain member states. Last year, and unfortunately this year, there have been many examples of this. We're convinced that such events are harmful to the General Assembly, its authority, and they in no way support the genuine resolution of any international issues. It is also clear that such politicized resolutions should not be implemented. At the same time, we share the concern of many delegations about the fact that the Security Council also sometimes intrudes upon the prerogatives of other UN bodies. Our colleagues in the Council are very clearly aware that we act with restraint regarding initiatives on the Security Council. We believe that the Council should focus on country situations and issues on which it can and must take concrete decisions. Having said this, we must also note that many criticisms against the Council, saying it is intruding on the General Assembly, concern topical events that are far beyond the prerogatives of the Council. Once again, I'd like to repeat, the important or non-importance of any topic is not determined by whether or not it is being discussed by the Security Council. Distinguished co-chairs, we are convinced that the issue of collaboration between the Security Council and General Assembly, and this issue we must focus not on a tug of war, but on areas where it's not only possible, but also necessary to truly cooperate. For example, this would include the issues concerning the increasing of the effectiveness of UN peacekeeping and peacebuilding. The Security Council and General Assembly are capable of making a major contribution here. Russia supports efforts to improve modalities for the collaboration of the GA and ECOSOC. We view as a priority objective ensuring efficient and logical division of work between these essential UN bodies, first and foremost in the context of implementing the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. We believe that this can help to overcome fragmentation when considering sustainable development issues. It can avoid duplication of efforts of the main UN bodies. Moreover, we expect that streamlining the agenda will be carried out without compromising its substantive content. We are convinced that any steps towards revitalization of the UN General Assembly should not weaken the capacity of ECOSOC as a central coordinating charter body of the UN development system, and the most important international forum to elaborate the basic principles and standards of global economic, social, environmental, and humanitarian cooperation. Thank you.